It's another episode. Yes, it's me, Romy Mac, here with a few couples, literally, and we're gonna talk random shit. This is another episode of random shit. I want to introduce my man my man to the right. What you call yourself?
I'm going by H-Boogie.
H to the boog, and the beautiful young lady next to you.
He can introduce.
This is my wife, Chimichanga.
Chimichanga, all right? Chimichanga for the show, Chimichanga. And then right here I got, hold up. Yeah.
Oh, Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg.
Yeah, my man Nate Dogg here. And his lady will be out here very shortly, but we're just talking stuff. But we had a conversation before before we hit the button. And all of us got a little drink in the hand. I got a nice little Corona here.
Cheers.
Salute.
Cheers.
Right here. You heard that glass clanging, that clang clang, right there. Damn, we dropping juice and everything.
Hitting too hard.
Drop
That's
juice.
for my homies.
Yeah, you gotta
One
let
for
them
me,
know.
One for my homies.
Yeah, you gotta let them know it's real. Drop the juices.
It's real in the food.
Yeah, pour out a little liquor.
Pour out a
Yeah,
little liquor.
drinking on gin, smoking on blunts in the song, reminiscing about my niggas that's dead and gone.
Okay, well, you know you're supposed to do that in the beginning of your drink. So for your homies before you
Yes,
start drinking.
and do you know where it
Carla
came
does
from?
The opposite.
But-
She does the end for my homies.
Do you know where it came
Yeah,
from?
The backwash.
Do you know where it came from? The original thing of pouring out pouring out liquor.
It was because they
Kings.
Dr.
It was
Evil.
about the kings
the three kings. Dr. Evil.
of Orientar. You know.
She said Dr. Evil.
I don't know the exact story. I do know that basically it was something that the kings would do to like to show honor. Oh yes, come on in. Yeah, whispering like she behind a curtain or something. Come on in here and sit down.
Miss Chocolatae. over
Yes,
there.
and I
Can
welcome
you
the
explain-
lovely Chocolates.
Hey guys, hey world.
Yeah, but yeah. So what name do we go by again?
She's Chimichanga.
Yes, Chimichanga here.
Chimichanga, that's how you say it.
Yes, yeah, Chimichanga.
Chimichanga.
Or Chimichanga for short.
If
We were talking about. She asked me, where did Michael Jackson
Get his
get his dance move inspirations from? To answer that question is it's a slew of people. There's James Brown, there's Jackie Wilson, Fred Astaire, and he learned the moonwalker from Jeffrey Daniels from Shalimar. He taught him how to do that because that was
Shalimar,
that was a
Florida?
Los Angeles. That what you said.
Shalimar, Florida.
You're right. That is a Shalimar. I forgot that is a city called
And I
Shalimar.
really just found out about this damn
Yeah?
Shalimar, Florida, like
Shalimar is
literally
great.
like a month ago.
Every time you go to the city, you gotta play. Get ready tonight. Gonna make this a night to remember.
Ay, ay, ay.
We're gonna sing the whole time.
Yeah.
Whatever we say, we just take it. Oh, and we're
Well, it's called
gonna talk
random
about my favorite name. And every time I say this name, we gotta take a drink. So make sure you got a drink.
Man.
And Chimichanga knows exactly what I'm talking about.
She said Chimichanga.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
I like that.
long
I
name.
like how she corrected me on that. Hold,
said what?
hold up, cuz.
Chimichanga.
Cuz.
What?
Called me
Did
out
you just
of
call
this
me?
thing,
Chimichanga.
You put my government name out here, cuz?
What up, cuz?
What you want next? My social and blood type?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. You want a hair sample?
But no, Chimichanga knows that name because we talked about it at the fight.
Oh, when y'all had to,
Every time I said this name,
we had to take a drink.
Was it
McGregory?
McGregory.
Yes, the return of McGregory. Anytime I say McGregory is anything. It can be a noun, it can be an adjective. It can be like,
Okay.
man,
He McGregor his
like
ass.
exactly. Like with this spaghetti, when I taste it, damn, y'all been McGregory the shit out of this right here. All that sauce. Yeah, so we're just sitting, kicking back. It's a beautiful night here in Baghdad. Is where we are, Baghdad,
Bombs
Milton.
over Baghdad.
Yeah, don't pull the thing out unless you plan to bang.
Bombs over Baghdad.
That's what it is. So,
kind of bonfire?
how do you feel? How do you guys feel about Michael Jackson as being revered as the greatest entertainer ever?
I think they're right.
Agree?
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Absolutely.
You know what's funny because
100% agree.
I got this I had an argument at work a few years ago when he died. Someone tried to tell me that Elvis was still like Elvis's death was bigger than Michael's death.
No. I mean, it was
It was
different.
big.
It was
It was
unexpected. with Michael, we kind of knew he was heading in that direction, and then it was very controversial because of the doctor and all that stuff. But I don't think it was bigger. It's just different times, different.
Yeah.
If anything, Michael's was bigger.
I don't
We
see
talk about
anybody.
social media.
Personally,
Talking
I don't
about-
see anybody being bigger than Michael Jackson. That's from like the Beatles.
The thing,
And Beatles were big.
Yeah.
the thing
Big.
is,
I'm
too,
talking about.
with Elvis. Not every ethnicity followed
They
Elvis.
related to Elvis, exactly.
Not every. I mean, you had a lot
No.
of different people that
Yeah.
follow Elvis, but I think with Michael,
Everybody.
I'm
loves
talking
Michael.
about Asians.
It don't matter.
They don't.
blacks,
They don't know
whites,
English. He doesn't
People
care.
pull
People
up to
that
Michael
been-
Jackson's show
they can't
in the
even
parking
speak-
lot. They fainting.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
They can't even speak the
They-
language,
exactly,
and they're all
but they know
Get
word
trampled
for
at a
word
concert.
What?
all his songs. They
Yeah,
only
and
speak
word
the
for- and they
language
would
for
sing his songs.
and that's it.
And then you
That's
say,
it,
but oh, is that your
karaoke.
favorite
Anything
song?
outside
I mean,
his songs, they
you
don't
look
know.
at it. You look at it when you see people. I remember being a kid watching,
Trying to emulate those moves. Boy.
emulating moves and just watching the shows that he's doing in London, in Japan, and people in the front row are just like, "Oh my God, Mike!" and just pass.
And
the
if
hell
he
out.
looked
was a
at them,
really
it was
good
game over. It was
performer.
instant.
It was always an awesome show.
I mean,
Throw his glove. Didn't he throw
Yeah.
his glove
Yeah.
at the end of
Yeah.
the show? Man.
not only that, whenever he did the, you know what's so funny? He did the same concert routine for like 15 years.
Yeah.
The same song. I mean, the same songs. Literally, if you buy the
Dance
bad
moves.
concert,
Yeah.
like the bad DVD concert, I'm watching it, and again, crazy Michael Jackson fan. And then like the one he did in Bucharest, same format, And then he does what was the song he did before he sings "She's Out of My Life"? But whenever he does "She's Out of My Life," he brings a girl on stage. Or whatever. He says, at the beginning of the second verse, like, can I come down there? And then he goes down there, and he goes down there. Obviously, everybody's screaming. He finally picks the girl. He comes on stage, and he's, like, singing to her. And then I think he kissed her on the cheek, and then, like, he lets her go, and then that's when she gets hysterical. I gotta be Maya! Yeah, and they put her off into the crowd, and, stuff like that. But it's the same exact thing. It works.
There isn't any other artist in my lifetime, at least, that I've seen that has, or
That
even
effect.
before my lifetime,
Yeah.
because I'm a big music fan, that has ever had that effect on anybody.
Mm.
That effect,
No,
and
I
like he
don't-
says, his genre was like his own thing. That was for like everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Doesn't
Michael
matter.
Jackson-
Right now, I
Everybody
don't see
knew who
anyone
Michael was.
coming close
Yeah.
to where he was. I don't see
No.
that. Maybe
No.
years
but in
later.
what regard?
Right now, no.
And what, are we just
Mike-
talking about just as an entertainer?
Michael
As an
Jackson's
entertainer.
As an entertainer.
concerts were such pandemonium. You had to show proof of insurance at the door when you showed your ticket because you were going to be trampled. I imagine it's just that bad. It's just that crazy. Like, yeah, I got Geico right here, Allstate, Progressive.
Your health
You,
Hey, you don't
Health
see, you don't see the general behind me?
yeah, for a great low rate.
The goddamn general and Shaq behind me.
Yeah.
Goddamn it.
That's right. I got him. Got Shaq's here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Goddamn
he's covered.
big
Been covered
Shaq
since
this-
2000.
I got him.
Shaq's
McGregor,
a
these
cop.
motherfuckers.
That's how funny is that? McGregor! Salute! Every time you hear it, McGregor!
Oh, man.
Not good.
I got.
McGregor!
Had to instill one with my dog Kevin Lionheart with my dog say, "Put found these bitches."
Yeah. Turn the fire up, man. Exactly, man.
Put it dead in the middle. That's our fire. The fire pit
Yeah.
right there.
Fire.
Put fire.
Fire
Put
pit.
Put fire on these bugs.
Put fire on these
You
bugs.
should take
Yeah.
a picture of this.
It's our fire pit.
Yeah. Oh,
But I
man.
mean, Mike is the
Take a
man.
picture of our
Mike is-
little,
Mike is definitely the man.
bonfire.
Goodness gracious.
Anybody born,
Great bowl of fire.
Anybody born
Jerry
in the
Media.
70s, the 80s.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll test this when
No. Ask,
when Little Nate comes back.
Ask
I got two
Junior.
Nates. I got Nate Dogg
Ask his
and Lil
clone.
Nate.
Ask his little clone. And this dude loves him. And look how old he is. He didn't even know when this dude was. When did he die? How long ago?
He
Was it-
died.
9
This,
years.
he
He
died.
Died
for like 9
He
years.
died June 25th, 2009. The same day we went to go see Transformers.
Old.
Mhm.
Ask him who Michael is. He knows all his songs and he knows his moves.
Of course.
Like, I mean, he doesn't do it perfect, but he tries.
Yeah.
I have videos actually.
I had
on
a battle
my
at a wedding.
iPad.
I had a battle at a wedding with this young girl. I know she was too young to even know Michael when he was, current or whatever. And us being our age, I barely knew, Michael that well, but I knew because from listening to it, you know what I'm saying?
90s,
Yeah.
not so much the 80s, but
Yeah, when
I knew of him,
I mean, they were playing Michael on the radio when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So
Mike was in heavy rotation.
yeah.
Bad. When I recognized who Michael Jackson was, Bad was like the song for me because again, being born in '85, so like, Bad was to be recognized.
yeah, they just did it. No, of all of us.
Yeah, we can do that. That's cool. It might even be the podcast picture too. I can I can crop this out. It's fine. That's fine. We won't do it.
I need to go get my wig, then you can take it.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep all this on the
You
podcast
want to
too.
put the flash on?
I'm joking. I'm joking. Crop it out. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Redo?
Cool. I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
Lil Nate, let me ask you this. I have a question for you, being your age.
Yeah.
Who's the greatest entertainer to you?
Me?
Don't worry about what these folks are talking about. We're older. To you, right
Oh,
now,
I thought his answer was me.
I was like, okay.
the greatest
Lucky.
entertainer for you right now that you've seen perform music.
Perform music. So like artists.
Yeah.
That's a hard one for me.
He gonna say Chris Brown. I was just gonna say that.
No,
You
he doesn't
better
listen
not.
to rap.
I don't-
He doesn't listen to that. He listens
No.
to. He's more into trance and
I don't listen to like what everyone else listens to.
dubstep.
Good.
Trap.
He's
I listen to trap.
dubstep.
Trap?
Yeah.
Oh, like Uzi, huh?
No, not Uzi. Oh god, no.
No Uzi? You had a song on your video when you was gonna.
No, that wasn't my video.
Oh,
I'll show
okay.
her
Because
video.
I know that one.
I'll show her.
I don't wanna be the few God.
I hate that song.
I'm fucking ready. This
Yeah, I
motherfucker's a
don't
robot.
I don't listen to what most people
So,
listen
what
to.
artists do you like? Can you say off the top of your head?
Just name me one. Name me a few then that you like.
I can't think of any right now. I have to go through my phone.
Yeah, we'll go through the phone. It's in your hand, right? Or is that? Oh,
Her phone.
balling. He got two phones in his hand. Man, he's like me, man.
I got
Be like your uncle.
Phone, one for the club, one for the
Yeah.
Hey!
That's definitely staying on the podcast because I don't even know what that song is. I'm just singing in rotation. I got two phones. Yeah.
That was
One of them
Gregory.
would have to be.
Wait, what?
Damn it!
Uh-oh, you're on
I'm
empty.
sorry.
I'm on empty. I gotta get another one.
Empty my damn self.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta make another drink.
How much time? What time are we on? We're on 13 minutes. This shit is awesome.
We got
We got like 30 minutes to go.
What?
I mean, but the thing is,
Yeah.
I mean, while he's looking for that, I mean, dude, everybody, and the thing is, if you have people that's gonna say greatest entertainer, it's kind of hard because what happens if you have a guy who's
You
only
wanna
listen to
make
country
your drink
music.
or one beer?
Pineapple. And
He's gonna be like,
thing is
well,
fine.
Mike
Thank
wasn't
you.
greater than this some bitch over here singing these goddamn country songs,
You
Yeah.
you know. And it is what it is. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean,
Nate Boogie.
we
You want a drink or you want a
whatever.
beer?
So we got H,
whatever you feel like.
H-Boogie and Nate Boogie.
Whatever's easier.
I call him Nate Boogie.
I
I don't know what his name is, but
I'll take a drink.
I call him Nate Boogie.
Fuck
That's
it.
what I go
We
with.
don't give a damn. It's called random shit anyway.
Random shit.
That's what it is. So lattes.
Chocolatae.
All right, whatever. Choke the latte, whatever. Yes, that's who's on the radio with us, the podcast. I appreciate y'all being a part of this,
Hey, man, this is
supporting your folk.
I mean,
You
well,
know.
like I say, bro, this is fun.
fun. I'm having a great time.
This is fun.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, and then it's just like you just talking about whatever the hell comes to
All
your
right.
head.
Guilty. Your favorite guilty pleasure song that no one would think you would like. Let's go.
Lord.
Oh shit.
Like, for instance, have you found out I like Since You've Been Gone, Kelly Clarkson. So what would be?
That's actually a pretty decent song. though.
Exactly. I know it is. It's a great
I know
pop
it
record.
too.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
That
I
was
mean,
small Kelly Clarkson, because now
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson been having a couple of
Kelly Clarkson
couple of
is
Big
BBW
Macs.
now.
yeah. She had
She had a couple
a
of Big Macs.
she had that Hostess casserole.
She got that Biggie Smalls going
She got
on.
them zingers going on, little zingers.
Yeah, she
A little bit of little zebra cakes with a zebra on the side, you know.
Yeah, she all right though, you know. So some people, go through transformations like that.
Well, no.
Guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasure song, man. Come on now. I got a lot of them, man.
I got a lot of them too.
I'll break out Rick Ashley on you like it ain't no problem, bro.
There's no strangers to love. You know the rules.
I don't know.
I don't care.
And see, for me, I love
Yeah, I can't remember the
Hispanic
damn
music.
song.
I love
All right,
it.
give
I
me
don't
one.
know.
You don't like this
what
Despacito song, do you?
Of course she does. Everybody love that shit.
Despacito, yes.
How you can't?
yes.
What?
And this is the point where my daughter loves it.
I feel like I've heard
We
that
were trying
song.
to sing that shit yesterday at karaoke.
Yeah.
That shit too damn fast.
Didn't I hear? I could have sworn didn't we hear that night we went to the club for Nick?
Yeah, because they play it everywhere, dude.
But that was way back then when they played it. Though. I didn't know it was still popular now.
Well, they
That
just
shit is on the radio every day,
what
bro.
the song that's on there right now, I think with Justin Bieber is
It's the
if I'm not
remix.
mistaken, it's the remix.
It's the remix of it, yeah.
So-
Justin
Why is he
Bieber
on there?
because he heard it at a club himself, and he's like, "Dude, I gotta get on this, bro."
Like
And he
Justin
called
Bieber
that-
doesn't. You know Justin Bieber doesn't know how to dance. Like his choreography is so off.
Yeah, it's fucking.
But I like. Yeah, but you know what's funny? That's a guilty pleasure song. Cause that fucking song.
I ain't gonna lie, nah, that's sorry. I do like sorry.
That's what I'm
I ain't
saying.
gonna lie, I
You
do
talking
like
about?
Sorry.
You talking
That
about?
Justin Bieber
when
song,
it come
Sorry.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then he goes and he starts speaking in tongues and shit. The fuck is Jamazi? I'm singing
I
Lion
saw-
King
I
lyrics
saw-
out here. He's singing Circle of Life lyrics. Yeah.
Nah,
You
but
wrong,
I mean, dude, the
There's
thing
just too many
is,
songs
when you're
out
in your car, everybody has that song.
That just
got it.
feel right for him.
Dude, I mean,
Make that.
every dude is probably trying to hit that goddamn high note from Whitney Houston.
Yep.
That I will always love you. Everybody done try to hit that damn note, breaking glass and
I want to see somebody try to hit Philip Bailey's high note and fucking I'll write a song for you by Earth, Wind and Fire. I'll pay you if you do it. I'll pay you if you do
nah,
that.
man, but
shit.
you gotta be able to hit that octave. I mean, and we try to emulate. And I mean, it's just those songs that are just you're like, hey man.
What
I
do you
don't-
feel like is missing from music today? For you,
What's
for you
missing
now.
from
Lyrics.
music? What I feel is
Lyrics.
missing is creativity.
L-O-V-E.
You're right about that.
Love.
Now,
That's it.
hold on. But let's say that one.
All right.
Let's say that one.
All right.
But what is missing right now is the lack of creativity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is no
Yeah.
creativity.
There's
right
no
now.
lyrics out
No
there.
original
It
artists.
don't make
There's no
sense.
legitimate. Don't get me wrong. They're not legitimate artists that are in the mainstream like
What
it
I
was before.
what I say is the problem is the honest problem what's wrong with the music right now is there's no vetting anymore. Because now it's all about
Oh, we're about to get them.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Where there's no vetting process that you have to go through anymore. Like you don't have to go and perform in front of, producers and
Yeah,
A&Rs
you
and all
just-
that. Now
you just go
they're on YouTube.
They're coming to you.
They're coming to you
Yeah.
because they're like, dude, man, and like this kid.
Look how many views this cat got.
Dude, this cat was just had a shitload of views, and dude
Yeah.
was like, "Hey,
We
this
can
boy,
make
this
money
off
cat had,
you.
this
Let me
cat
sign
had
this
funny.
cat.
We
But
can make
listen to me,
money
listen
off
to me.
you.
Listen.
We'll
Hold on,
start
cat
put
it.
the
had-
drinks though. Hold on, we got to pause for the calls real quick right here. Salute.
We're still waiting.
Oh
for
yeah,
we're-
we
we're
do it
waiting
again.
for
We'll do a
it.
remix.
We gotta wait for
For Chimichanga.
We'll
Chimichanga.
do the remix for Chimichanga. They did the Despacito, and then Justin Bieber came on. Justin Bieber when she come out. Yeah, drink up.
She put a little tang in that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that
Don't
was
get
all
weak
right.
on me now. Don't get weak on me
I
now.
get you in the back of the throat.
H-Boogie, come on, it gets you the A1 Bold Steak commercial.
Yeah.
It gets your head, and it gets you right here. The fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, man, Dad, we gotta get that sauce. I remember telling my dad as soon as I saw that damn commercial in 6th grade. Like, yeah, he said, yeah, it gets your head, and it gets you right here. Why you say it like that, man? You gotta go fucking mafia about steak sauce. Nah, listen, you pour it on the meat, it gets you here, it gets you right here.
Yeah. And next thing you know, we pull that through.
Yeah.
And we call that a Colombian necktie, my friend.
And then my other favorite, what my other favorite commercial? What was the one shit? Then was it Texas El Paso shit, right? This thing's made in New York City.
Yeah.
New York City. Get a rope.
Yep. Yeah.
Get a chair from the table.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Oh,
My favorite commercial
Not really a part
is
of it.
Frank's Red
Frank's,
Hot.
I put that shit
I
on
put that
everything.
shit on everything. Granny.
Granny.
When I heard Granny say that,
Yeah,
she like
come on.
Frank's Red Hot.
There she goes.
I put that shit
McGregory,
on
let's
everything.
go. McGregory, everybody drink up.
God damn.
McGregor.
Yeah. Salute to McGregory
Ah.
for losing that damn fight and giving Floyd $300 million to pay his taxes.
Well,
I said it. I said it.
It's true.
Floyd, don't get me fired. I said it.
nah, but the thing is,
Yeah, I can fight him. I knock him out in the 5th round. Fuck out of here.
I like
He
I
said
like
I
you
knocked
walk
him out
boy.
in the
Like
fifth round.
Yeah.
But they only fight for 3 rounds in the
Yeah, I'm going to knock him out. And Floyd, he didn't really fight. He didn't really hit me. He didn't hit hard. He fucked you up in the 9th and the 10th. He gave that dude pieces. Oh my god, it was like watching. What's that show? What's that movie that came out with Ice Cube and the teacher cat from
Fight.
Always Sunny?
fight night.
Fist fight.
Fist fight.
Fist fight. He gave that dude the business, bro.
That's all hung in there.
He got-
He didn't hang in
the
there.
hammer punches had me laughing so much, man. I was like, I can't take this seriously. I had to keep looking back at H, and I was like, yo, what is he doing? Are we
I
supposed
knew
to
that
take
was
this
gonna happen.
serious? He's hammer punching him. Muscle memory, I guess. It's muscle
and
memory.
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
what it is.
kept saying-
I mean, you have to.
No, he's a good fighter.
What you have to look at that is you took a guy, and I mean, big ups to him. I mean, because he jumped in there. He went and got out of his comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I can understand that and I can respect that a little bit.
Going
But-
back to what we
but-
said, stay in your lane.
But no, but I get you. But everybody wants to be that dude who beat Debo's ass. Let's keep it real. When you got a dude who's 50, this dude think about how many people was like, oh man, he ain't that good. Yeah, he ain't that good until he hit you. And then you like, oh wait, hold on, he was that
Man,
good.
shit, he
you
is
know what I'm
good.
saying?
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh man,
fuck is I
I'm gonna
thinking
get in there.
I did not want him to stop that goddamn fight. I said, go ahead.
but-
just once. Just let him fall once.
Nah,
Just let him
but-
fall once to kill
listen.
all that talk. Oh my god, yeah, he's gonna knock out Floyd. I'm gonna knock him out.
We knew
Something's gonna happen.
we knew that wasn't we knew
Outta here.
that wasn't gonna happen. But because you can't get in there, and Floyd isn't that guy who's just gonna stand in the middle of the goddamn ring
punches.
and
He
trade.
Fighting is
slop-
all Floyd has,
and
okay?
try, but this is the thing.
Exactly.
The brother
He's not
doesn't
gonna
know how to
stand in the
read.
middle of the damn ring and trade sloppy punches with one another. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
in MMA,
you gonna go in
you
the
will
fight.
you will get guys that are going there and they'll just be like, all right, fuck it, let's just see, we're just gonna throw punches
Yeah,
and the
let's see
first
who can
man
get
fall.
knocked out first.
This man was taught how to fight, but never how to read. You think you're gonna beat him in the fucking boxing ring? That's all he know. He know if he lose, that's his legacy is based upon literacy that he doesn't have.
Hey, listen.
He's
I mean,
really
but
talented.
Floyd.
Floyd.
But keep it
Really
but
talented
keep,
in the ring. McGregor.
Damn it,
yeah.
let's do it. Bring up McGregory.
Why are we
just-
talking about McGregor? We're gonna
I don't know.
but check it out. But what I'm
just-
saying is,
yeah.
like this dude. No, hold on.
I love it.
Cheers.
Now,
McGregory got McGregory. Is what the fuck happened.
what the
Wait,
thing
again?
is,
Yep, again.
Oh.
Yep,
Oh.
we gotta
The thing is-
keep that glass in your hand.
Shit.
the thing is,
Now you gonna have to get a glass of water or something so you can join this.
Get a Capri
I'll tell you
Sun.
what,
that
man.
empty bottle.
This gonna end up like that day at fucking my house with some weatherman and fucking
Oh, every time you see
Weatherman.
we were watching John
The
Wick,
weatherman.
weatherman.
and he's like, every time you see what's his name,
Um,
John Wick guy, actor,
Keanu
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu
Every
Reeves
time
is
you see a
talks
blank
like
stare
this.
for him, we're
You
gonna
gotta
take a
take a
shot.
shot.
So wait, I'm mixing shots. I'm doing Grey Goose and I'm doing cranberry
Yeah.
for them.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretending I'm taking shots. I was drinking a wine. So anyway, so it was like blank stare, shot,
Dude.
blank stare, shot.
That whole movie's a blank stare.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
It's
That's
Did
John
Keanu Reeves.
Wick.
Did you not know that?
Did you
No,
not see
we
the
haven't-
replacements?
Did you not?
Watch the
Yeah.
replacements.
Yeah, I
We
forgot
hadn't
about
seen
the
that movie.
Well,
replacement.
anyway, we're
His
talking
dumbass
about
wanna do that.
which
What
John would
weather-
you?
The
Which
first
one?
one.
Number
First
two,
one.
number one.
the first
Okay.
one. So Mr. Weatherman is freaking tore up.
Mr.
Like
Weatherman.
halfway through,
Shaba.
he threw up.
I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yep.
Is that what it says? The song?
Yeah, that's what that was Shaq saying the national anthem. That's what he did. He was-
It's Mr. Loverman. Shut
yeah.
up.
With the little looky pay, with the little looky. Yep, that was Shaq trying to sing the national anthem right there.
Oh my
Telephone lover.
Oh man, I want to let you know this is gonna be a funny ass podcast when you hear it back, yo.
All right, so where were we?
It don't matter. It's called random shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but we
be all over the
were
place.
just talking about.
Gregory.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
That's who we were talking about.
Yeah.
Don't
Keep it in your hand, H-Boogie.
don't start with that.
Come
Yeah.
on, H-Boogie. Keep it in your hand now.
Chimichangas. Come on now.
You asked the question.
I don't want it's that I don't
answered
like it hot. So I put it down so it don't heat it.
Ah.
Nah, I'm just back on Rome.
Yeah.
We can edit that.
That's fine. Don't worry about that. Keep it rolling.
But the what you said about love not being in music.
Music, that's where we are. baby.
Love not being back in music. Everything is about I hit this person, girl. I'm gonna steal you, girl.
Question for you. This is how you can tell music. I mean, basically, this question, it's more rhetorical, but this is how you can tell love is not in the music. What is the prom song? For the last 7 years, I want you to name a song that you would play, the last dance at a prom. What do you play? It's always a slow record, just like in the club, right? You know. We gotta make her a prom. We gotta do a prom at the house or something like that, like the Cosby Show or something like they did that for Claire.
If I graduate and I take off my robe and I'm like,
Turn up.
naked.
What?
Wow.
That ain't prom.
I don't think that's everybody.
Chimichanga, I promise.
I think that's after we leave.
Everything.
That ain't,
I will do
We are
recording,
we are done.
and I'll have McGregor do the editing.
Damn it!
oh
Like,
man.
Gregory.
Stop, y'all.
Yeah.
Zach and Mary make a porno. That was their thing. Their thing was, we'll record you while you're having sex, and we'll get every angle, every aspect, everything, and everything. And that's how they made money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really, it's actually a good idea.
good
because
idea.
when you're
But
making
Nate,
love,
tell
you
me,
can't record
last 7
it
years,
in every
name
angle and
me,
everything.
what would be the song? What song could you play?
Yeah.
What song could be your prom?
From the other side.
That's-
I'm BSing.
And that's what I'm saying though.
I'm
But that's
BSing.
heartfelt. But
yeah.
even joking,
Yeah.
that's heartfelt
Yeah.
into her music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Adele gives you
And
chills,
her
man.
But
lyrics
the thing
are
is,
on point.
you're absolutely correct that there is. But all right, this is what I say. You know, when you look at the music in its entirety, from R&B back in the day, touched on everything. Marvin Gaye touched about what was going on in the world. He gave you what he gave you. Let's get it on. We gonna be in the bed. We gonna build it up to get to the bed, and then after we finish doing what we doing, we gotta have something to talk about. So we're gonna talk about what's going on in the world.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was big. You know, nowadays R&B guys are rappers. You know, these guys are coming out with the same
Like
kind
my
of
man Uzi. I done said it better than
But-
All
But
that is garbage to me. It's like
But
I
then-
can't understand your lyrics.
But
Stop
Drake?
the drugs. Stop the
Drake?
drinking and make
Is
music.
he a rapper or is he
right now,
It's called
right
auto-tune.
now,
That
the
too.
people-
Yes, that
It's
too.
called what?
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
Yeah, but the thing
Drake
is-
Drake has created his own voice that you just know it's Drake like I did
But he doesn't rap. Is he a
but check it
rapper?
out.
Yeah,
But the
go
thing
ahead, man.
is- But the thing is,
Yeah, like, but he doesn't rap.
there is no respect for women anymore in
Exactly.
music.
Exactly.
There is no respect
That's
for
been long
women
Exactly.
in music.
But that came from the
Everything-
rap thing,
But
too.
Yeah.
but what I'm saying, hold on.
Yeah.
But it came from the rap scene.
Well,
but
I'll tell you why it came from the rap scene.
it matriculated into R&B because R&B
because they
rap,
infuse hip hop with every fucking thing.
But that's which is fine because you want to try and get both genres.
No,
But the thing is,
it's dark.
if you don't really have that guy who can blow like that anymore, that girl who's blowing like that, who's giving you those great vocals, who's giving you their mind, body, and soul in this track.
They're being
to say how
judges on
much-
The Voice now.
to say how much they love somebody.
Jennifer Hudson gonna be under this
But you know
shit.
what I'm saying? But they when you start talking about people
She's a
who
good
want
singer,
to
Yeah.
who are in love. Now everything is about, oh, well, I hit, don't bring your girl around me, boy, I'm gonna hit him. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about, oh, Oh well, I'm gonna take your girl. I'm gonna take your girl. If you give me a chance, I'm gonna take your girl.
Like you say, no
R&B
one is
singers.
looking for
Yeah,
love
yeah,
anymore.
well,
Everyone was just looking for
Smash.
There's
to
sex.
smash.
It's sex music.
Everyone is looking to
Sex
bust
music.
a
There's a
nut
time for there's a time and place for everything.
and
But I feel
that's
like the
it.
radio
Very sensitive when
station,
it comes to him. He's
the radio
pretty
station is
sensitive.
very they stick to a certain type of music. That's what the issue is. There's no, again, these artists that are out here right now like Uzi, Young
I
Thug. I don't
respect-
listen to them. Again, respect your
I
hustle.
respect
You
your
do what you
hustle.
do. My thing is the radio stations are playing the same type of music. So
And-
everybody has the same type of beat.
That type of music that they're playing nowadays
Tell me the
are
difference.
corrupting the kids.
The difference
Like-
between Future and Migos. Tell me the difference.
There is
Listen,
When you hear-
the
Nothing.
world corrupts the
Nothing.
kids. I feel
It's
like,
like-
music, movies, whatever. For instance, I'll take him as an example. It's about how you raise your child. Tell him what's right and wrong. Yeah, that can sound
But-
good.
I
That
get
could be
that.
a
Well,
good
not,
beat, but
I get that.
just because I feel like a
It's
lot
coming
of
from
kids
every
get,
angle.
Let it talk.
Every angle.
a lot of people get into the music and they try to act however that is, whatever they're saying or whatever's on the videos and all this stuff, and it's like, no, you can listen to the music, you can like it, you don't have to act on that. You know, you gotta know that that's wrong. Music is for
Exactly.
entertainment,
Exactly.
just like movies. Just because you see a serial killer, you're gonna go and become a serial killer. I mean, there's right and wrong. There's this, and you just gotta raise your kids to make those choices because there's always gonna be that temptation that's out there. You know, always pushing that to it. Where in any entertainment, you know, industry, movies, music, all that. So my thing is, I'm not gonna shelter this kid from that. He's gonna get it out in the real world, you know. Why am I gonna shelter him from that now? No, we're gonna do this together. We're gonna listen to this together, and it's up to you to make that choice where you're gonna do that, where it's gonna, you know, is wrong or is right. Like,
You go first. You got it.
Y'all go
All
ahead.
right. Now, what you said is absolutely correct.
I totally agree.
What you said is
It starts
but
from home.
listen to me. Nah, and I'm not
home.
disagreeing with you at all.
Thank
But
you. Cheers.
that's coming from a good home.
Mhm.
Let's keep it real. Everybody doesn't come from a good home.
That's what.
And
But that's what I'm getting
but
at.
we're dude, 9 times out of 10, the person who is like him, who's coming from a good home, who mom and dad would be like, hey, let's go listen to these tracks and let's
break it
let me
down.
understand. Let me make sure that I help you to understand that this guy, he was rapping and talking about killing, lives in a mansion somewhere.
Which guy?
You know,
McGregor?
Damn it,
He.
McGregor.
Listen, you know, this is not just pineapple juice, not just vitamin C here.
Yeah.
So take it easy.
Take it slow, Slimmy Slim.
I mean, we got an air mattress for
But-
you.
but
Don't
check-
worry
I'm
about
fat.
it.
I'm fat. I'll be
We
fine.
have enough
But
air
check me out.
mattress.
But check me out though. But for those kids who this music is their life. You know what I mean? For some people, what they see in
That's
this
true.
music
It's
and they
true,
see in these
but
movies is their
unfortunately,
life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
exactly where I was
And
gonna go.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Comes from a good home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All our kids are good kids that come from good homes.
Based
But,
off of how you parent.
You know, based off of how we're parenting. But now you have people that have they don't have. Well, I mean, I know
good role models.
And-
You're right,
and-
you're
and
right.
you have-
But
you
that's
have-
unfortunate.
and you
But that
what I'm
is
saying
what
is you have.
percentage of homes?
A large
Some-
percentage.
It's a large
A
percentage.
large percentage.
I mean, there's a large percentage. There are more single family homes than there are married people. I mean, let's just keep it real.
Well, again, we go back to it doesn't matter if you're a single parent. If you raise your kid
But,
right, you
okay.
raise your kid right. My
But
kid has
let-
always.
let-
I was a single parent.
This
too.
is
I've
what I'm
always been
saying.
Well behaved, well, you know,
That,
respectful.
but
and always been
that's your
married.
child. That's your child. But
In
you
fact,
can't speak. But
I didn't continue my relationship with his father because I knew that was something I didn't want around him.
Mhm.
So
And then-
again, you know, you
once
just
again,
like,
but
just-
we're
I
not
just
we're
don't
not
understand
it's
how
not
people
a
don't
personal
become
attack.
parents before
It's
anything
not.
else.
But see, the
you
thing
had
is,
your own mindset.
you can't.
Most
you
of these
can't.
other
Just
people,
don't
they
know.
don't
The
have
thing
your
is-
People
mindset.
don't care about kids that
Well,
much.
not-
Do
it-
you
well,
They
know?
don't
the
care
thing
about.
is-
They don't care about themselves.
You have to look at it like this. It's
But that's what I'm
you
saying,
you
like,
can't
what's the
you can't be
percentage
in
of
a
that?
box and you can't be
large
you can't be
percentage.
in a box and say, okay, well, one square is gonna fix an entire puzzle that's multi-angled. You know what I
So
mean?
what are you saying? Your point is that this music is targeting those weak-minded people that don't have good guidance?
Yeah.
What I'm saying to
It's
you, what I'm
confusing
saying
them.
to you is right now.
It's
So
confusing.
What I'm
it's
telling
a
you now-
necessary evil because at
Dude.
the end of the day, that's not going to change. The entertainment's
It's
not
not.
going to change.
And it's only going to
Well,
get worse.
Well,
I mean-
this is what it is. What it honestly breaks down to is, yes, you do have weak-minded people, but now if you didn't have somebody to tell you or point you in the right direction, if I told you, hey, let's go knock off this liquor store, and I'm the only family you got, you
That's
gonna
what
go
you're
knock
gonna
off this liquor store.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No,
And
it's true.
it has nothing. And it's
It's
because
true.
you were longing for that person to guide you, so
Yeah.
you chose the worst person to follow, and now you in prison or you out here doing something totally crazy.
It's so sad,
And
man. It's so
I mean,
sad.
but
Such
it
a-
is
It's amazing.
waste
It's
of-
amazing how that influence can be on you. For instance, me
But-
when I was young, you know, I got an older cousin that's 5 years older than me, and whatever he would have done, I would have done it.
So
If
was
he would have
drug-
became
I'm
a
the same
drug,
way. I'm the same
that's what I'm saying. If he was a,
He's on empty, so that's
Oh man, yeah, man.
but if my older cousin, I don't want to put his name out there, but if my older cousin would have became a drug dealer, I would have been a drug dealer.
He would have been a drug dealer.
And that's all, because it's all I would have known. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I saw him. He was into girls. We were into girls very early, and there was a lot of things about my life that I would say to another person. And me being a parent now is like, damn, I can't believe I was doing that at 12. You know what I mean? Like, what were you doing? Fondling that that young girl at 12 years old. 12 years old too, so make that be known, and I was statutory rape or something like that by an older woman. But like whatever I saw him, messing with girls, so I wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? That was fun to me because this guy was the world to me.
He was your role model at that
You know what I'm
time.
saying? Like whatever he would have done, like the way Isaac sees you. Damn it, we'll crop that out. The way my godson sees you. You know what I'm saying? And Lil Nate. Lil Nate. The way he sees you is the way I saw, my older cousin. And it's not even about right and wrong at that time. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's how music can be for an adolescent mindset.
But the thing too is, even for a strong mind,
Yeah.
it still controls you.
After so
Because
long,
think about
yeah.
this, and I'm gonna just show you how easy.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. Put on your favorite get hype song, something you listen to in the gym, and drive your car. And it's starting to tell me you don't notice that you're doing about 70, 80 miles an hour. Because now you like, woo, yeah, boy, I'm feeling, boy, this is.
You owe us a shot.
I'll tell you my song right now. I'll tell you my song on this trip up here. McGregory, one more time. Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark. If you've never heard it before, you like rock. Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark. The best guitar riffs you'll ever hear in your life, man. That
Okay,
thing make
now,
you,
But
like
now,
you said.
but what I'm saying is, so now, I'm talking about now. If this song has a good, it's upbeat, it's real. You'll start noticing that ain't nobody passing you, but you passing everybody. Cause you like, man, you just in your zone and you vibing. And I've seen that where I'm driving, I'm like, oh, okay, yo, boy, this is my shit right here. Okay, I'm riding. Next thing I know, I'm doing 80 and a 60. Like, oh Lord, let me slow down. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford no tickets, so let me slow them down. But just like that, you have the music has just controlled you, and what I mean is you didn't go out and knock off a liquor store or go kill somebody, but it influenced you. It influenced you. It's just like music can help you through something. When you feeling down,
Oh, music influences
you listen.
No,
you
without
listen-
a doubt, music influences
you listen to music that comforts you. So if you going through
I got a
bad-
song
you
for
going
every
through-
feeling, bro.
Exactly. When you going through
Because
a bad breakup, you
I've
got
been
that-
so
you got
open to that
song.
shit. Oh, I got a
You
playlist.
You got a bad breakup. You
H-Boogie will tell you, I got a
find-
playlist.
Now you got that same playlist for when you went through a bad breakup. And when you find another person, you got a whole nother playlist. Like, woo, I'm feeling good now.
We got a gym playlist.
Woo!
We got a cleaning the house
like
playlist.
hell.
See?
We got
We got a
fucking
reminiscent
chilling with
of
the boys
loved
playlist.
ones that
Yep.
what's the one shit, like every time you hear America the Beautiful by Ray Charles, it make you think about your pops. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? You know, God bless the dead, man. Pops, we miss you, man. We love you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Until we meet again.
I'll pull you up right
but-
now.
We all miss a lot of loved ones over the
Yeah,
years.
but that is most definite.
Shit hit me when I went home for my cousin's baby shower. I was outside just on my grandma's balcony, and I was thinking about my granddad. You know, my my mom's stepdad, and I watched him die. You know what I'm saying? I remember being there, and his sisters, which are older than him, being in the kitchen. And I remember being this 9-year-old kid I just broke into tears because I knew I felt like he was gonna die that night. And then like, it was almost like he waited for everybody roughly to get there. My aunt gets there with her son, and me and my cousin, her son, are in the room playing WWF Raw for Sega. And I hear my grandma and my cousin and my aunt in the room with my granddad. And dude, I'm telling you, it was like my grandma was yelling at my aunt. I think she did like she did something wrong, and I walk in there to see what the commotion was about, and I see his eyes going to the back of his head, man, and that was it, dude. You know, that's my grandfather passed. You know, back in 95. March 20th, 1995 is when my grandfather passed, and I remember watching him pass away, and it was just like, wow, you know, that moment was so surreal, you know, for a 9-year-old, let alone be an adult, you know. So it's like, wow, man, this guy is gone. Like, I would, you know, for me, you know, Sundays, you know, you're a little kid, you don't really understand church and all that. So wrestling was real big. And you know, you remember All American Wrestling with Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan used to come on Sundays, like at 11 o'clock. But what also starts at 11 o'clock? Church, you know. So I didn't want to go to church so I could watch Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was life for me. Like, you know how we talked about the influence of like that older cousin or, you know, older being or whatever.
Maniac, you had to eat them vitamins.
I'm telling you, whatever Hogan did, man, like that music hit, I like the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? But like looking back now, he was a horrible wrestler. You know,
you know what I used to do?
No fucking move list.
I get those plastic bags, them grocery plastic bags. I cut a hole in it, put it in upside down, make it look like a t-shirt, just to break out of it like that.
And he don't know that he called me by my government name on the podcast. I fucked up too. I called Chimichanga by her government, but
that's
it's
what
fine.
happens when you have too
That's
many
what
drinks.
happens when we cut out the shit.
I have like 20 government names. I'm Hispanic.
But the thing is,
Salute.
dude, like I said, I mean, but back to the topic at hand, I mean, it does influence you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's true.
It can just as well as
it can influence you in a good way.
It can
It can
influence
influence
you.
you.
Did you just say that about Michael Jackson? Hence the reason he did all
I
the
told you,
stuff.
man.
The
He
door,
did
baby,
to
the door.
himself basically was because he was like, you know, his dad was,
Yeah.
huh?
I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
The door, baby. Yeah, we can cut that out. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So,
That's that's
you know, I mean, well, like you said, I mean, dude, and this is what I was telling them. Like, music influence you because just like if you having a bad day, you can put on your song. You can be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna put on one of my songs.
Like, I cannot work, I cannot cook, I cannot clean, I cannot do homework, I cannot work at work at my job unless I have music. In fact, when we're doing surgical procedures, I put music. Like, that's how I function.
It's like the doctor in what's the Will Smith movie he did for CTE? Concussion.
Concussion, yeah.
Yeah, he would.
We haven't seen it.
Oh wow, never mind. I won't tell you that.
No, that's cool.
But basically,
I'll forget.
that's not telling the movie. But he does his operations to Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pendergrass?
Wow. We're differences in cultures, we can tell. That's all. We'll have to give it with that. But
No, I mean,
Teddy Pendergrass is awesome.
musical
That's what I'm saying.
experiences
Like, I'm pretty sure
She probably knows them.
Teddy Pendergrass, you know the songs. Yeah.
TKO.
Yeah, exactly. Looking back over the years, I guess we
every
shed
genre,
some tears.
usually Pandora's going on.
Yeah.
There is one of my doctors, the surgeons that he likes to listen to. He's Colombian, so he likes to listen to his vallenatos and his Colombian stuff, salsa, and stuff like that. He's the only one that ever puts Hispanic music on, though.
And I mean, and it's cool. Like I said, I mean, I love music just as much as the next person, but I do understand that it can influence a generation, and it can.
Oh, yeah.
It can. Music,
'Cause nothing-
There is a song in Spanish that I listened to forever, and I learned how to dance and everything to it. It's actually Colombian. But when I decided I want to learn the lyrics so that I can sing it in karaoke, I started crying.
We were
That song
fortunate.
made me cry. I was like, holy shit.
There she
this
go.
Is what this been saying the whole
Chocolatae.
time.
We were fortunate to be influenced by a song that starts off Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 in the 2000. If that doesn't get every woman on the dance floor, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stop.
That's what it is. Yeah, yeah.
What was it that he said?
Great,
That-
with some ass,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You got that song, that song gets you up, and then for the fellas, don't make me call the dogs. Oh, we got beef. Woo-hoo!
Listen, that's how I learned how to twerk.
Or you that don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh, that was dog, let me tell you what's so funny about that song. It was popular at the time. It was a Christmas tournament for my high school and the rival high school in Churchland. So Nansemond River versus Churchland High School. And we were supposed to beat Churchland. Our team was better.
You were supposed to be.
Churchland beat us at the buzzer. And they had a white guy. It's the only white guy on the team. This motherfucker was crip walking on our fucking logo, dog. To that shit. That fucking song, they fucked him out of it. Got out of that. 4 money. What? I was like, this fucking white guy is really doing a crip walk to this shit. After beating us, I was
What
like,
was it? Ashton. Ashton taught me the.
oh, you talking about that? Yeah.
He did the. It was this.
Shout out to
song.
Peb, man.
I only remember.
Pablo.
Like, I didn't know.
Pablo.
For his birthday, we went. Where did we go? It was far. I think
Panama
we went-
City.
We went to freaking
Panama, we went-
Nope,
La Villa.
I'm in nice. Dial.
We went to La Villa.
Dial,
to La
man.
Villa.
Yeah, La Villa. It said, nope, I'm in nice.
I wanted to
That was
fucking
this big
film
ass
it.
Yo.
club in
One
Panama
night I
City.
hang out with
Infamous
this dude,
line.
I'm sober.
Hey,
the
yo,
whole night, 'cause I'm
infamous
obsessed
line
with
by
you
this
guys.
Chocolatae.
motherfucker.
We went to this club
Yeah.
in, in
Y'all gotta hear this
Panama
shit.
City.
Okay.
This
Called La Villa.
motherfucker so irritated. So
Big as fuck.
irritated about Dial. Dial's drunk as fuck before we even get in the vehicle to go to La Villa.
Wow.
They're driving or whatever. And then like, yo, I gotta piss. Like, yo, I need to piss, man. I need to piss. And like, we pull over to the side. Angela's like, hey, leave him. Just leave him, babe. And
I
they,
said leave
Ashton and Dial on the side of the road on like,
Homeboys us
These are the
on active
guys
duty.
that from
and on
It
98.
was Angela that said just leave him.
Yeah, who the hell is
She
that?
said, yeah,
That
just
was the
leave.
other lady that was
Chocolatae.
there?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Angela, we
I
ain't
met
talk.
her
We talking about
before.
Angela, not Chimichanga,
Yeah, I met
but
her.
Angela.
Not Jimmy. Not
Yeah,
Jimmy.
not the Chimichanga.
This is a story that we all know from mutual friends.
Listen.
Exactly, but
I was
Chimichanga
saying,
said
dude.
less. She was like, babe, just leave him. And I was like, y'all really gonna leave him? I'm in the back. I ain't think. I'm already in the vehicle. I'm not being left, so I don't give a damn. But she was like, fucking leave him. Bird's like, all right, babe, go. He went up like fucking 10 feet or some shit.
But we talking about.
And they trying to piss.
In the middle of
We
the
talking about like this
woods.
dark, like out here
Yeah.
dark.
Like,
You turn the
Like
lights on.
bears, like Aria Bears dark. Goddamn it,
Wow.
you know.
you
And
couldn't see him.
What was the name of the club?
The club was
Club La Villa?
La Villa.
Over
La
on
Villa?
McGregor Street?
oh, you set that up. Hey, McGregor.
Oh man,
Right there.
Chocolatae got me good.
Yeah.
Sure has got
But
me good. I said, wait a second.
so that night was funny.
over there, that
So.
over
I gotta tell you about the incident that happened before we even got to that club, which it'll make more sense. So me, Horace, I think might even Dave. I think that was probably when. Me and this guy I know named Horace
So my goodness, there was 6 of y'all in the car. Okay.
and,
Yeah,
and
we
McGregor.
ride
We
deep.
were in his.
We
God
always.
damn it!
Oh,
I said
remember
it.
Gregory?
We rode in the Dodge McGregor.
Shit.
But no. Me and
That
H-Boogie.
McGregor know how to take a punch. I'll tell you right now.
So, I think it was,
liquor.
Yeah, it was. It was when Dave. I think it was when Dave was here. What, the week prior, maybe, something like that. It might have been. But we're in the club, Nighttown or
Nighttown.
whatever, and the same individual that says, "Nope, I'm in Nash" or whatever, he comes up to me,
Try to get us in a fight.
and he's like, "Yo, Man, this dude came up, man, he pushed me talking about I was
I'm
dancing
trying
with
to
his girl. I said, where he at? No, I'm with you. You know, I'm thinking he's serious or whatever. And I go see the guy he talking about. This motherfucker was lollipop gilled and like short as a motherfucker. Like, you worried about him pushing
Why
you?
did you come to me?
You came to me on this
He
shit.
came to all of us. He came to me and Angela and Dave.
Yeah, he was
He said, hey man, you got me if this
I'm
dude
talking
come at us.
about he could.
And I'm like,
He,
said, who
he
you
could
talking
climb
about?
a
He said,
speed.
man,
this guy
this
could
guy
climb a
over here.
speed
I'm
bump.
like,
He was
all
little. You know, that's what the fuck that was.
He said, climb the speed bump.
I'm a speed
That
bump.
dude was little, man. And you know,
Anyways,
So-
Not to mention, Dial is fucking little.
so we get the Vila.
Okay.
So that happened
Right.
like a couple weeks prior. So bring us back to the current time where we go to La Vila for Ashton's birthday, and we're there on the dance floor. Guess who comes up to me again? Yo, man, this dude pushed. I said, man, I ain't falling for that shit tonight, man.
You know why? Because he spit at this one girl. He didn't realize he spit, and there was this girl.
Yeah, he was
sitting there.
talking.
Oh, he got
and
kicked
a
out.
spit
Oh, he got kicked out that night. He got kicked out of the club.
A spit bumble landed on the girl.
Ended up
Right?
getting
That's
kicked
what
out of the club.
So
We had to
he
sit
got
outside.
crazy quick, and I'm like,
They got like a
fuck
pool
you.
area
Wait
outside.
I told him that we're not
Yeah,
leaving
yeah.
because then we just got here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we had literally been there 10 minutes. We just ordered our drinks, and this guy's getting kicked out because he
We
was
went
a smoker.
outside.
He was outside. He was smoking.
And
He
Ashton-
ended up spitting on some girl somehow, and that started some shit. Anyway, we're like, fuck
And
him.
Yeah.
Peb being the good
We were
dude that
there
he
for
is,
Ashton's birthday.
he out there
We
trying to
drove
check
an
on
hour.
down and shit. I'm
Are
like,
you
yo,
serious? No.
let that motherfucker be, dog. Let him be drunk outside. If the cops come, fuck him.
Then he damn near got in a fight with one of the homegirls that was with us.
Yeah. Shorty. You know, NT, whatever.
You remember we
gosh, I
ended
can't remember.
she was a tower girl.
That chick. She had that fight. She was drinking. She was drinking Red Bull and vodka.
No, she was light skinned, and she
She
was with
mixed
us.
with like seven different ethnicities.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, but she didn't ride
Oh, she
with
was
us.
bad.
No,
She
she
better
didn't ride
soul
with us.
train
No,
them.
she didn't ride with us.
Yeah.
She didn't ride with us.
Mm-mm.
It was
Yeah,
by,
I
it was
remember.
But we out
when
there.
were by the pool.
Yeah, we were out there by the pool.
Chilling.
Yeah, I
And she said,
remember
"Man, I'm about
that.
to drown this little ass."
And you
Yeah, I
said,
remember.
you said to him, he's being an ass. And that's when he said, nope, nope. I'm an ass. She turned into pops and shit from fucking Friday or whatever. Nope. Flip
did.
floppers
I
and
think I
shit.
told her don't pay attention to him. He's just being an ass. Like he had been like that the whole night.
Nope.
I was super sober, by the way. The
Yeah,
whole
'cause she was
time.
gonna drive us back.
Driving
Ashton
back.
feeling all bad. Like, dude,
Ashton's
it's your
like, let's
motherfucking
just
birthday.
go.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
He
Do
kept
what
trying
you
to
do,
take
right?
care of him. I'm like, Ashton,
Let
don't
him-
worry about
let-
it. So I
don't worry
took
about
him
it.
to
His
the dance
high will
floor,
die.
And that's when he was teaching me that one move. I don't even freaking know what it was. It was something.
It's the
I can't
it's
remember
fucking
the song
Pablo.
right
Yeah.
now, but it,
Yeah.
it had a
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he did.
That
Always.
bounce,
Ashton
that
is
New Orleans
always.
bounce.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like that New Orleans bounce. That New Orleans, I love New Orleans, yo. Like
Oh,
when
we
I
were
can't
just
wait
talking
to
about
go.
that. I want to go back.
You never
Cannot
been?
wait to go. I've
I love the
been
accent.
years
Yo.
ago,
I love
but
the accent.
See,
I
see,
wasn't
see,
go-
babe. Let me holler at you,
babe.
in Lewood.
And Six said too.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
That's
you go,
the-
you go,
oh, yeah.
They be like, say it,
One of our homeboys, used to, you know, him and his wife both from
No,
New
he was
Orleans.
from St. Louis.
And the way she would say his name was so funny. And like,
Let me get
Derek. Like, instead of
He
Derek,
said-
it's Derek.
Remember the
He
move?
said, let me get burr. That's what he would say, babe. Let me get a burr. Remember? Let me get a burr. That was on
Straight.
dial.
He used to say
He was
We talk about this little
He was
stupid.
from St. Louis. Let me
No,
get a
no,
burr.
no. We gotta talk about that little
Let me get a
stupid
burr.
ass for the Domino's pizza, man.
Oh my
This
god.
motherfucker brought
Horace.
Who? What?
you
Me?
when we went when we ordered Domino's pizza at y'all house.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you said you
baby.
want.
I said I was allergic.
I wanted.
That man got me ordered
You
deep.
wanted regular hand tossed
He
pizza, right?
came in with a deep dish.
That shit was deep dish.
That shit I got.
So he called-
He's like,
He called up
arguing with
Domino's.
him,
Was
he's
like, yo, hey, I ordered hand
Hand
toss,
toss.
man.
He's like arguing with the manager, and the manager's like arguing with him. He's like, listen, I'm allergic.
I
So
said-
I want
I know.
hand
I
toss.
said-
No, you gotta tell what's led up to it. He's on the phone with. It's
Well,
like, yo,
that-
it's like, yo,
Derek
I just
said-
ordered last night, so I know my money is good. Direct quote.
exactly
Direct
what
quote.
he
He
said.
said, look, yo,
That dude give me
you
a
get
fucking
smart with
status,
me,
man.
I just ordered last night, so I know my money is good. You know, he's all mafia. You know, he turned into fucking mafia over here. I know my money's good. It's good, B.
Scarface.
You know what I mean?
We ordered pizza
And
and
then he
then
ordered Domino's the night before.
So you went from Scarface and he turned into McGregor.
That's what I'm saying. I love this family right here, man. McGregor.
I ain't got nothing to McGregor.
He ain't got no McGregor.
He got no McGregor. He got.
Share, and then
Yeah,
you hurry
okay.
up, and I'll go make the other drinks.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't hurry up, though.
But
Because you're going to have to sleep over with us, cuz.
no, I'll be fine. The cop will let me drive.
We got.
I got the red pen light. Can you see the tip?
Listen.
We
No,
have
no, I'm
another air
fine.
mattress.
We got room,
Oh,
bro.
we have an air mattress we
That's-
can sleep on.
You can stay.
I already told my uncle I'll be home by a certain time, so it's all right.
H-Boogie.
Yeah, I do have a curfew, and we all gonna have a curfew. We go back to damn 305. Yo, shout out to everybody in 305,
Yeah,
man,
my
going through this
mom, my
hurricane.
brother.
We love you,
Everybody.
man.
My
Like
grandma.
you guys are a lot
All
braver
our
than us.
Wonderful neighbors, the ones that
You know?
decided to
Exactly,
stay back
you
and
know.
keeping us posted.
We'll get into that, man. We'll get into hurricane stories. I mean, I have
We're
a
running
few.
out of time.
What
here,
was
man.
it like
Oh
going
my
through
goodness.
Andrew?
Oh, it was horrible.
Man, I was.
It
Sounded like a
was
train. That
horrible.
train crash.
I was
Yeah,
like
it
9
was
years
a
old,
weird
and that shit, the
sound.
train
Yeah.
woke me up.
Yeah.
I was like this. My mom was like a ghost, like she scared the fuck out of me. I was laying in the bed, and then she was sitting right next to me, and then, the train was going by. I said, "What the fuck?" And my mom was, "Damn!" I said, "Wow!" And she said, "It's here." It was like a scary movie, boy.
Fuck, that's it right
I'm
there.
telling you,
You
it
were
was
in
like a
it.
scary movie.
Oh my goodness.
What was your Andrew story?
My
Man.
Andrew story was
You
it
can
was
hear it under the house
ridiculous.
and everything.
It was I was young, and it was
When
We
she
were
say young,
in-
she mean like 35.
I'm about to punch you in your shit, like for real.
Scandalous.
I was
That's
young.
some McGregory
young.
shit.
Oh,
There it is.
I don't think I have any more.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hashtag.
You gotta get another
Everybody-
beer.
I want everybody to hashtag the fuck out of this McGregory. Again. Clang, 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 clang.
I'm done. It was about maybe we were in a 4-bedroom house.
Round
It was about maybe I
3.
want to say 8 adults and
A
maybe
Corona
I'm
be
gonna
fine.
mix this while I hear it on
Corona
the
be a lot
podcast.
lighter. Yeah.
thank you.
Go ahead.
It was about maybe
My
8
bad.
adults
Are you
and
ready for another one?
15
You can
children.
make it out of that. Go ahead.
Take
4-bedroom home.
Go ahead.
By the
We
way,
were running.
I'm sorry, just for the record, I have opened the new bottle of Grey Goose. Once that's gone,
That's it.
there's beer.
All right. Cool.
I'm
Yeah.
getting a fucking great.
Where is my assistant?
Oh, you talking about?
he was
Oh, Lil
playing a
Nate.
video
I put him
game.
on the
We
music.
were playing a video game.
I put him on the music. No, he went to go listen to Iron Maiden. I had to
He's
put
in
him
our-
on that
he's in our-
shit, man.
Yeah.
Nate,
He's
you
playing a
drink.
video game.
Playing
As it
Yo.
started,
Y'all gotta listen
we
to that
all
song,
went to
man.
bed, and
I
I
got a song
have
y'all wanna listen
a
to?
relative.
No song about it. Like the head, here it go.
She
Go ahead.
telling her.
That man farting in a chair. Didn't ask if we wanted. Thank you very much. Yeah. Right, who that called my name? I call your name if your name is. You so goddamn nasty.
I'm gonna go inside and help
It's like you-
drinks.
I
Yeah.
take this
Get it all
thing and
out.
stick it right between the crack of your ass.
I'm fucking another
can't.
professor.
Yeah, you know it.
That dude over here, boy.
I'm gonna
Go ahead,
assist
Chocolatae.
with
Tell
Yeah,
us
go
the
ahead, Chocolatae.
hurricane- The
All right.
hurricane
Okay.
story.
I have a relative that almost lost her life
Uh-oh.
because to provide extra shelter, we parked the family vehicle, my grandfather's vehicle. It was a van. Can't remember what type of van, but it was a van in front of the main window where we all were camping out. As soon as the hurricane started, that van came crashing in, and she was lucky that my grandfather was there to like snatch her ass away, because she would not be here today. Thank God for that. We were running from room to room. The
It's funny.
roof was peeling back,
Oh,
and
man.
there was glass and water every fucking
It's
where.
funny you say that shit
It
because
was horrible.
on World Star and Media Takeout right now, there's a video of a guy in the Caribbean trying to save his truck, ends up dying with the truck smashing on him.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
tell you
it
who would
was
not be doing that.
horrible.
This guy right
H
here.
to the motherfucking bug.
It was
Fuck that.
horrible to be so young, experiencing something like
Yeah, Hurricane
Hurricane
Andrew. was
Andrew.
no joke.
And Andrew was mean though. Andrew
was
was
no joke,
mean.
bro.
And I mean, I never went through anything like that Katrina type deal. I mean, we
man.
only had Andrew,
Yeah.
you know, and Andrew was a motherfucker all in his own.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, we got
That bitch is
Katrina,
disrespectful.
but we got Katrina And then she just got mad all of a sudden. She left from South Florida. She wasn't getting rice and beans.
She said, them bitches robbed me.
She wanted to go get that grenade on fucking bourbon. That's what the fuck that shit was. I'm trying to tour you. Hey, say, baby, I want to get that fucking grenade on bourbon.
Over there.
Well, like I say, when we talking about the hurricane, the thing that and I mean, don't say this in the wrong context, but my best part about it is the post-hurricane. That's when you get to like I was telling you guys, you get to see the humanity of people.
Yeah.
They don't. It doesn't matter what the fuck color you is, what race you are.
Exactly.
You start seeing white people helping black people helping white people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the race. You start to see people
coming together as a whole.
I don't mean to cut you off, but honestly,
Kanye
I've
West.
seen it sorry, Taylor.
I'm gonna let you finish.
But
I'm gonna talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
On his note, I agree with him. But also, can I say that I've noticed with this hurricane, at least pre-hurricane, people have been helping people.
Yeah.
They left and right, helping putting shutters up, helping them get their meds.
Shit, we got coworkers that have been doing that shit.
Yeah, I got memes. I mean,
You want those shade? I'm gonna do it, goddammit. We got older people.
I'm not saying
helping people.
The thing I'm talking about is I mean, and that's cool because I mean everybody's supposed to help thy neighbor. That's what the Bible tells us, help thy neighbor. But what I'm talking about is when it's all said and done, when the smoke clear and you start, the bodies hit the floor, and you start to see the destruction that was left behind. You start seeing people that are just opening up their houses. People are, and even you start to see neighborhoods. I remember the last hurricane I went through with Wilma. We didn't have any power. And
that Wilma
dude, I remember neighbors like, hey man, listen, I got meat in my fridge. If I don't cook this shit, it's gonna go bad. So I'd rather you eat it than I have to throw it away.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So bam, you got meat. Hey, well I got a shitload of water over here. Dude, hey, well I got a generator. Dude, we outside. We got cars going, charging cell phones. We got music playing.
Oh yeah,
dude. And it turned into a party. It was, dude. You got 30, 40 people outside, all different age groups, all different ethnicities, and don't nobody give a fuck about.
The good part about that, most of the time, it's neighbors you never even spoke to.
Yeah.
You probably throw your hand up and keep walking.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
We get back something.
And
We
that's
get back
how
to
it
basics.
should always be.
That's how it.
But we should be
on a regular.
But we get caught up in our day to day.
Of course we do.
Exactly.
How about this? I'll tell you something funny. So I met 4 of my neighbors. Well, I've already met 2 of my neighbors, but I really don't see them too often. But one of my neighbors dropped off beer to me on their way to her and her husband on their way to Tennessee or whatever. And then another neighbor across the street, an elderly woman, which I'm concerned about this what's the fuck is his name? Irma. With Irma coming in, fuck that bitch.
You a bitch?
Yeah, that's right. Straight up, you a straight bitch. Hey, homie. Hey, homie.
Bitch.
Hey, you gonna come up in here? You know something? Hey, you know what though?
I'm gonna show you a bitch right now.
You know what?
Who you calling?
You acting like a real bitch right now, like a real mort. Now this motherfucker done smoked your cousin. And you ain't gonna do nothing.
I knew that's what he was talking about.
I ain't gonna let that shit ride. Hey, shoot down, nigga.
Wait, I think him and McGregor got a little fine
character. Get a pack of Black and Miles in your beat.
Shout out to Menace to Society for being.
That's what I thought, man.
Shout out to Menace to Society being one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life. That scene right there is like, hey man, I ain't shooting no motherfucking kids. You hear me?
Yep.
Hey, you know what?
That's a good ass
Sound
movie.
like a bitch right now, like a real mort. Lorenz Tate, man, fucking old dog, man. He did that shit, bro.
He was America's worst nightmare. Young, black, and
don't give a fuck. I'm trying to tell you, like, man. Hey, man, I told you to stop showing the tape. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Nobody about to see that shit. Hey, let me get a copy of that shit, motherfucker. Fucking Stacy.
Okay, are we gonna keep the conversation going, or we're gonna recite the whole fucking movie?
We can.
What are we gonna do?
We can do that.
What are we
But I
gonna do?
mean,
That's my shit, yo.
But just
Hey, which one of you niggas is Kane?
That movie would never get old.
Hey, who wanna know? Who wanna know?
Yeah.
Hey, look here,
Yeah,
man.
my cousin
What's the name? It's my
You're
cousin.
supposed to remember like specific quotes.
Not
of
the whole
movie.
fucking
Not the
movie.
whole fucking movie.
Whatever.
Fucking
No, listen.
movie.
I'm stored.
These ain't so. I don't think
So
you
what?
know
So
me,
what?
homie.
So
Like,
what?
he
We
not
supposed to
afraid
fight
say
over a
he-
bitch?
he say, "Fred, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
a
you
hey,
know
man.
me." Yeah.
So what? We supposed to fight over a
Some
bitch?
I think you need to
Hey,
watch
you can watch your
talking to
motherfucker. I think you
Wait,
need to
you
watch.
know what?
Hey,
You
that
used to
motherfucker
say
knock that
one
motherfucker out.
and used to say the other. And then
Yeah.
you can-
Hey,
you know, let's clean it
That's
up.
the motherfucking
You don't
movie,
even
dog.
know
boy,
that.
listen, boy. I knew I was gonna have to deal with him one day, but damn, I ain't think it was gonna come back like
this.
that.
Yep.
Blasting.
Yo, let me tell you a funny
Yeah,
story
yeah,
about
yeah,
Menace to
yeah.
Society. I had the scariest fucking nightmare after watching that scene. As a fucking 10-year-old watching that movie, and like the scene where they do the drive-by. Oh my god,
And
man,
now you
that
see it,
shit.
they so damn
That
fake.
shit fucked
Graphics
me.
were
It's
horrible.
like, but at
That
that
shit
time,
fucked
I
me
remember
up,
that was
yo.
what 92,
Yeah,
93.
yeah,
93.
yeah.
Yeah.
93 when that movie came
92,
out.
93.
But I had a dream though in my
I'll tell
neighborhood
you what,
when I
think
lived
we
in
all had
Maryland.
that dream, bro.
We were
I had a
younger.
similar
Yeah.
dream like
I
that.
was 10 in 93.
Where I was in Miami on South Beach, and you know how South Beach got that brick wall,
Oh man.
Okay.
and I had a dream like that I was getting lit up and I had to jump behind the wall.
Dog, man, that
And it
shit
was-
fucked me
No,
up, bro.
no, but this
I was like,
was
you
a
know,
menace.
I was like,
You know what
God.
he did to a drug dealer? Oh man, you
I
have to
did
say
some
that.
dumb shit.
Oh
Drug
man, this dude is.
whatever, go ahead.
No, it's
This is
fine.
H-Boogie.
It's
This is
fine.
good shit. H-Boogie don't give a goddamn.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
You gotta
okay.
listen to this shit.
I was a
so
little
funny.
kid in Miami Beach,
Who does shit
and I
like
had
that? I never would
I
think.
had a drug dealer hobo type neighbor.
Hobo type
Drug dealer,
neighbor.
hobo type.
You know how you there's
Yeah.
several different classes of drug dealers. You got the ones at
He,
the
he
very
was the
bottom,
bottom. He was the
and
bottom.
you got the ones at the very top. This was
Okay.
like this dude was
Like,
dead.
yeah,
He
He's
was the
sampling his
motherfucker.
own-
He was the motherfucker. He was that sticky shit on the bottom of the bottom man's shoe.
Exactly.
He's
So I
sampling
got
his
these.
own shit.
Yeah, he was
Fly,
doing his
yeah.
own shit too.
Oh my
So I had
goodness.
these me and some other kids in the neighborhood. We had these
Hey,
rocks,
watch out.
I wish y'all could see this. He's really about to act this shit out.
Yeah, this is
know.
and
funny.
we grabbed these rocks, and we basically for like 10 minutes just scrape it on the floor, and then make this white powder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we scooped the white powder into a Ziploc bag, and then we told it. What did we call it? This dude was what's his name?
Fried bananas is what we call it.
Nah, it was
Fried
like
bananas.
Fried bananas.
whatever his name was. Yeah,
Was it
For this,
McGregor?
for this.
it could've been McGregor.
That
Oh.
sounds about right. That sounds about right.
So we scoop it up and we make a decent
A decent
Nine.
amount.
in this
Okay.
Ziploc bag.
Are you picturing this?
So we go to the apartment complex next door because we all lived in apartments. You know how it is. We go to the apartment complex next door and I say, Rudy. That was his name, Rudy.
Rudy.
I said, hey Rudy, man, we
It
found
wasn't
this bag.
McGregor.
Oh, she said it wasn't Meg. It wasn't McGregor.
Oh. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Bang it up, bang it up, bang it up.
So I said, hey
I
man,
got your back.
we found this bag. Is this your
You
bag?
tapped, but you didn't drink. I'm
So I
watching.
think he was already high, right?
shit,
So we
man.
said, hey man, we found this bag.
Wait. It
Go ahead.
stopped again?
And
No, we're gonna talk about
he freaking opens
the
the bag
hurricane.
and throws it up on the table and
Listen, you're not
starts
listening.
lining
Go
this
ahead.
shit up and just takes a big old hit off of it. And it's like, it's grinding
a
up
rock.
rocks.
Oh, and he did that in
He
front
did
of
it
you?
right in front of us.
And about how old were you? About 12,
Maybe 9.
15? Whoa.
I was Isaac's age.
Isaac.
nigga smoking rocks.
Whoa.
He
Like
he
real
snorted-
rocks.
He snorted real rocks.
Like real rocks.
He snorted
A
real
drug dealer never get high off your own
This
supply.
was like
No,
under the
but he
table.
was
a
gave it
hobo
to
drug
him.
dealer.
So we gave it
He
to I
was
said,
a
hey man,
hobo
we
drug
found this
dealer.
out. And he was like, oh, that's mine. Boom, put it on the table.
What an idiot.
From a
He was
key
already
to a
high,
G,
though.
it's all about
He was already
money.
I thought
high.
it was
He
his.
was already
Man,
high.
that dude took off running after us, man. And you know, my brother's like 5 years younger than me. So I'm like, come on, D, let's go. And we're running. And he just, you know, my brother, like, he running in slow motion.
Like Carla Falls.
And we're
In slow
taking off, and he's
motion.
mad. His dude's nose is bleeding and shit. He's like, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
you,
he
kids.
started wrong.
And my brother's chasing him. He's like, come on. And he freaking hits. He hits this truck.
D hits the truck.
D hits this truck bumper. You know, back in the old day, them 40 Conrads got steel bumpers. Busts his leg wide open, flips up. I'm thinking about leaving his ass, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if I should leave. It's my brother right there, dude coming. I said, oh shit, let's go get his ass. We get him and running, and he's still mad. And
I wish y'all could see this motherfucker running over here.
he's like,
Only there was
this was 9 years
I know, you
old.
should do like a video
This was
chat.
9 years old, man, and I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
goodness.
Wait, you're gonna get
I'm
stabbed.
just sitting here saying to myself,
He said you're
I
gonna
got
get
your
stabbed.
back.
I'm just sitting there saying to myself, the
Oh,
stupid shit that you do at
goodness.
9 years old. And let me tell you, I
Who
just,
who in the right mind?
Would think of
I think
something
of shit
like
like that.
that.
Like, how
Yeah.
did you even know at 9 years old that was
10 minutes.
because he
That
did
shit
drugs.
So I
down.
wanted to show. I don't want the show to be
He
that
did
long,
drugs
so
next to me.
we'll do that.
He used to do drugs
All right.
at the house.
Hold on. Let me close this shit out.
It was funny.
Man, let me tell you, I had such a blast doing this random shit podcast with 4 of the people that I love very dearly. Has to be true because alcohol's in me. And no, I love these. I love these motherfuckers. All these morks out here. I love all these morks. You know, so much. You know, we had fun doing this. You know, shout out to, again, like the people going through Irma right now, especially the ones I would say in the Caribbeans, and for the jackasses that stayed in the Keys, because your ass is being lit up right now. I hope you could swim. You know, I don't mean no harm, but I really do hope you can swim, because that shit is surrounded by like water everywhere. I hope you're sitting on the roof or what? Excuse me. Whatever the case may be. But you know, from Romy Mac, from Chocolatae, you know, Nate Dogg, Chimichanga or Chim Chang,
Angela.
aka Chim Chang. Forget what she talking about with that Angela shit. We don't know who that is. Yeah, exactly. And H-Boogie. This is Romy
That's
Mac.
right.
And we had fun on the random shit, but we out. Peace.
Bye.